All right, so we're trading sideways in the market. We're looking at Bitcoin. It's trying to push up above that 85,000 mark, roughly 86,000. We do want to see it do some consolidation. We may see a little bit of a retrace to hit this black downward trend line and show support, and then start moving upwards towards the 97,000 mark. Along with that, the rest of the market will be following it. We're going to focus more on XCN and XRP, but you can see a potential inverse head and shoulders happening here with Doge, as well as a lot of the other coins within the market, and it is forming a major cup and handle along with XCN. I'm going to skip Toshi on this one. We're going to go to BNT. BNT is still working in the downward trend line, has a ways to go to push up above the 200 EMA, but as you can see back here in November, we had a major push. It started to go down. It got some major support and pushed right over the 200 EMA, tested off support, and then had a continuation. That's something similar that we're looking for BNT. Torn, I keep recommending it. It looks like a really good buy at the moment. It's only $7. I believe it was $6 just a little bit ago when we were talking about it. So it's already had a pretty nice move up. It's still underneath the 200 EMA, but I believe once it pushes over the 200 EMA, it's going to have a quick test to this downward trend line around $11, and its all-time high is over 400. So if you got $7, you want to potentially turn it into 400 plus. Torn or Tornado Cash is a good bet. DNT, we've been looking at that as well. Still moving in the downward wedge. We are holding above this black trend line, and we do want to see it do a consolidation move around here for a couple more days before it start trickling upwards with the rest of the market. Now focusing more on XRP and XLM and XCN, we had it hit the exact point we were talking about at 1.67, a little bit lower than that, but it had major support, and this one is holding above on the daily, the 200 moving day average right here. We want to see it consolidate, and you can see that if we're looking at this black line, we can consider this somewhat support, or we want to see it test around here, maybe a little bit lower, and then start pushing up towards this downward black trend line. XLM, also a good coin if you're looking into XRP, also forming a cup and handle. It is not holding on some of these support lines, as you can see, but the 0.22 is pretty strong. However, we could be pushing all the way back down to 10 cents. I doubt it with the rest of the market, but there are quick retracements to liquidate a bunch of people who have money or sell stops below this line, and it can grab some cash before it takes off. So just keep XLM in the back of your mind. And then XYO, we've been looking at this one as well, and it is testing above this downward wedge, and we want to see it hold above the roughly 1 cent mark and start trickling upwards, breaking these two dotted red lines at 0.012 and 0.013, and eventually pushing back up towards 0.025 cents and then 0.04 cents and beyond. And XCN, the one everybody waits in this channel for, XCN is forming almost exactly as we were talking about, with a cup and handle pattern, which is very reliable. We're seeing a wick off right here, meaning we're getting stronger support around the 0.0169 area, and I believe we are going to get a little bit of a consolidation, probably push this handle a little bit further. And if you're wondering, in Spanish, they don't call it cup and handle, they call it plato, like a plate, and rotunda, like a roundabout, because when you get out of that roundabout, you take off, and I believe that's what we are going to see with XCN. It does have very high potential. I have a major Fibonacci retracement here. You can see all this is red. We're trying to push above this red line, which we had rejection at right over here in, when was that? April 11th, we had the rejection, but we do want to see it start pushing upwards. And then Fibonacci retracement, if we're looking at these numbers over here, 0.05, I always look at 0.618, very reliable rejection area at 0.06 cents, maybe potentially 0.07 cents, before we have a little bit more of a retracement like we see over here back in September 24th of 2022. We had a major dip once we hit this 0.07 cents, major reduction down to 0.06, and then again taking back off to a high. It shows 10 cents on Coinbase. However, I believe 18 cents is its all-time high. It's currently sitting at around, what is it? You guys know what it is, 0.018 at the moment. So 0.018, not even 2 cents, potentially 18 cents. That's a bunch of money that has potential to be gained solely alone with XCN. Definitely not a coin to hold for long term, but when you get that nice scalp trade or a good time to pull out from your swing trade, I recommend doing it. But try and ride it up as high as you possibly can. That's it for today. I always like to recommend Grass, where if you want free money, just download the app. It uses your broadband internet that you're not using. You get paid out in points, which will eventually be switched to tokens. The token's around like $1.20 right now, but the points will be converted, and you can get a free airdrop from Grass from literally doing nothing but downloading an app. I also recommend MEXC for the lowest trading fee platform. Definitely do your own research, see if it's allowed within your country. Or Coinbase is giving out free airdrop in cryptocurrency. Just getting onto their application. All these links and references will be listed below. Greatly appreciate it if you use them. Like and subscribe if you want. That's it for today. I will see you guys on the next one.